Hi, I thought it would be best to do a quick video to answer some questions about the Northern Lights. Now, last night, for the first time in a little while, we got a chance here in the northeast of England and across most of the UK to see the Northern Lights. It was pretty cloudy last night, so I only got a very quick glimpse for maybe a half an hour, if that. But the Northern Lights are visible. Well, there's a very high chance of seeing the Northern Lights again tonight across all of the UK if the current stats are to be believed. And if they continue, I should say. Now, a couple of things. The reason we're seeing the Northern Lights is because there were two eruptions from the sun, and those eruptions spewed out millions and millions of tons of solar material, which interacted and hit Earth's magnetic field yesterday, and another one hit just this afternoon. And to cut a long story short, when the sun sends out these solar eruptions, the electrically charged particles in that material hits the Earth's magnetic field and causes the Northern Lights. Now, depending on how strong and how fast and what magnetically orientated direction those eruptions entail will dictate how strong the aurora is and if we can see it here in the UK. So the storm that hit yesterday was very strong, and the Northern Lights could be seen as far down as Cornwall. Another eruption hit this afternoon, which again could make the Northern Lights visible across most of the UK tonight. Now, here in the northeast, it's pretty cloudy, and it was pretty cloudy last night. If it was clear skies, I would be saying to you, go to a dark spot along the coast, away from street lights, car lights, away from all of that. Don't look at your phone for a little while, and just look to the north and see if you can find the Northern Lights. Now, again, depending on the strength of the storm, the strength of the Northern Lights, it'll depend whether or not they're visible to the naked eye. Last night, they were visible to the naked eye, but they could easily be mistaken for cloud lit up by light pollution. Because I've seen the Northern Lights now, I don't know, 100 times, I know when they're visible. I can look and see if they're visible and differentiate between light pollution and the Northern Lights. If you go out tonight and there's clear skies, cloud breaks, look to the north and you might see a white-grey band of light. That is the aurora. If it's really strong, then there's a chance you could see colour, and there's a chance you could see vertical pillars of light moving about in the sky. Now, a lot of people say, oh, that's not what I expected to see. And again, it depends very much on the strength of the Northern Lights. If they're relatively weak, you're not going to see very much to the naked eye. If they're very strong, the first time I ever saw the Northern Lights, they were insanely strong, and the whole sky was green in South Shields. The whole sky was green, and it was moving about, and you could see it with your eye. Often, you can only pick it up on camera. So if you've got a smartphone, give that a try. Have a look. Go out if you can. I wouldn't say there's a 100% guarantee. There's no guarantee at all. It could be a complete waste of time, but sometimes that's the thrill of the chase, of going out and hoping to see it and catching perhaps a tiny glimpse or whatnot. If you do have a camera, I won't even begin to talk about settings, because it will depend on what lens you've got attached and the strength of the Northern Lights. As an example, last night I averaged, I think, ISO 1250 and a shutter speed of 3 to 4 seconds, and that was on a Samyang 12mm lens, which lets in tons of light, perfect for astrophotography. But that is an example. If the Northern Lights are moving quite rapidly and you want to catch some of the structure, you're going to want a lower shutter speed. But again, it'll very much depend on your camera, your lens, light pollution, all those factors. So if you do go out tonight, make sure you go somewhere dark, quiet, there's not a lot of light pollution. Give it time, you might not necessarily just turn up and see them. You might have to put in the hours. We might get lucky, we might be perfectly clear here on the coast, and it might be overhead. Who knows? But there are a couple of websites and an app that you can download and follow that will give you real-time updates of whereabouts in the UK they're visible, which is really handy considering nobody knows truly when they're going to be visible. We can only use the data and real-time visual sightings of when and where it's visible. So a Facebook group, a brilliant Facebook group, is AUK, Alpha Uniform Kilo, and that's Aurora UK. That's on Facebook. Join them. Great site, brilliant site, and a fantastic app. One of, if not the best app to use now, is one. If you go on Google and type in Glendale Sky Aurora, so Glendale Sky Aurora, it'll take you to the guy's website, Andy Stables' website, and you can download the app onto your smartphone from his website. And once you kind of set that up, which is relatively simple, it'll give you real-time updates of where in the UK at that moment the Northern Lights are being seen, and that might kind of influence your judgment of whether or not to go out. But go out, look after yourselves. I hope you do see them. I don't know what to do tonight actually. The camera's batteries are all charged. I've got spares. I've got the car packed up, ready to go. I just don't know where to go. I don't know where's going to be best because the cloud situation is pretty dire at the moment. I might travel west, I might travel north, but I don't want to miss this tonight. It's I've got a feeling it's going to be a good one, but who knows. If you have any questions that I might be able to answer about the Northern Lights, send a comment, subscribe, like, whatever. But good luck, everybody. It could be a really good night. Take care. Bye.